Do you want to know how to choose the right credit cards? Because the right one will help your business save money and even grow. In this video, I'll take you through the process of selecting credit cards that are tailored to your business's unique stage, goals, and financial needs. You'll learn how to take advantage of cashback rewards, travel benefits, and other perks that can help your business thrive. Before we jump in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any game-changing information. And if you stay until the end, I will tell you about my favorite credit card to help your business go. Now let's get after it. Understanding the different types of credit cards available for a business is really important. There are credit cards that are tied directly to a business and often offer perks like rewards on business-related expenses. And then there are corporate credit cards that are intended for large purchases that can give you significant benefits, literally detailing out reports and help you track your expenses. The other thing that you want to be aware of is there are business charge cards. Those are different from credit cards. A credit card is where you put something on credit and you pay it off over time. But a charge card is completely different. When you have a charge card, you put charges on there, but at the end of the month, you have to pay that card in full. And this could really help or hinder cash flow depending on where you are in your business. The other thing you need to understand is secured credit cards. If you are really trying to get back on your feet and develop business credit, you might have to put money up and get a credit card against that money. But what that really does, it helps you to build your credit and really show them that you can pay back money over time. I also want you to learn about the rewards and the benefits of different types of credit cards. Some credit cards will offer you cash back reward for purchases. Like for example, 1% on every purchase they'll give you back. And then other credit cards will give you travel reward. So it really kind of depends on what you are really needing. If you travel a lot for business, you might want the travel perks where it's going to give you check bags for free or access to different type of lounges when you go to the airport could be really beneficial for you depending on if you do significant travel. You also want to make sure that you understand introductory credit card offers. This could get people in a lot of trouble if you do not understand it. Introductory credit card offers are where you get a credit card that will allow you to use it and have 0% interest for a period of time. So for example, you may get an introductory credit card that if you transfer a balance over to it, it will give you 0 interest for a specified period of time. But here's the thing, my friends, when you do that, you gotta make sure that you either pay it off during that introductory period or you gotta be prepared to move that balance over to another introductory credit card because you don't want to end up with that higher interest rate. In addition to introductory credit cards, they also have credit cards that will give you insurance protection when you purchase things, or will give you free employee credit cards that will separate out the spending of your employees. So you really want to understand what type of credit card you need for your business. You also got to understand APR. APR is the annual percentage rate. This really is important because depending on if you're carrying balances on your credit cards, this can define how much your monthly payment is going to be. So it's important to understand your APR, annual percentage rate, interest rate linked to your credit card. Annual fees, that's another thing. When you're shopping for credit cards, some credit cards have annual fees attached to them. And it could be worth it if the benefits outweigh the cost of the annual fee. So you got to do a little bit of vetting to understand exactly what type of card you're getting. You also want to be mindful of foreign transaction fees. If you are purchasing things from different countries, or you're transacting in different countries, some credit cards have fees for international transaction. So it's important that if you're going to be operating globally, that you have credit cards that allow for that, and you're not going to incur substantial fees. The other thing I want you to realize is understand late payments and over the limit fees. This is where credit card companies can get you. Literally, if you pay something late, the credit card companies may have substantial late fees. So don't get caught up in low interest rates or get caught up in it not having an annual fee. But if you make your payment one day late, they're going to surcharge late fees on you. So you want to make sure you understand how late fees work. You got to determine which credit card is really best for your business based on your needs of usage, based on how much credit you need, based on your cash flow, whether you can afford to pay it off or not. That's really important to understand your spending habits. When you are thinking about getting a credit card, you want to make sure you compare rewards programs and understand that some rewards programs give you better rewards when you're purchasing in certain categories. So for example, if you're always purchasing travel categories, maybe there's credit cards out there that give you better awards for that. Really honing in on your expense categories and your habits and understanding what your credit limits are, understanding your average monthly fee, understanding your average monthly expenditures, understanding whether you can pay it off at the end of the month or whether you need to carry a balance, understanding annual percentage rates. All of that type of stuff is mission critical when you're thinking about getting a credit card. I remember back in the day, I used to just get credit cards for my business because I wanted credit in my business name. Who doesn't, right? But in the long run, as I became more of a strategic business owner, as you are becoming, really understanding how to have business credit is important. When you are applying for credit, you need to have a plan, because if you're applying for a credit card one month and then the next month you're applying for another credit card, you're going to get what we call hard inquiries on your credit report. And in the beginning, you might not be able to separate you from your business credit. So it's so important to understand how this whole business credit thing works. Another tip that I want to make sure that you get is align yourself with a company that you want to do credit with. So for example, I pretty much purely work now with American Express. So my cards are all through Amex, but you may need to start out with, say, Capital One. If you're going to start out with Capital One, build a relationship with them, even if it means getting a secured credit card first, then getting their next level of credit card where it doesn't have to be secured, but it's still with Capital One, then their next level, Why? Because they are going to know your history. They see how you're paying them, and you're really, really building yourself up as a customer, and they will literally start to offer you their next level of credit. So when you're thinking about credit, think strategically about what it is that you want to do. And if you're going to apply for multiple credit cards, make sure you do it within the same week, so you don't have a whole bunch of hard inquiries spreading out over your credit report, because it will eventually ding you. My personal favorite credit card for business is American Express Platinum Card, because at this stage in my business, that allows me, number one, I use my American Express Platinum Card as a charge card, not a credit card. I'm able to pay my credit card off every single month, but I put all of my business expenses on that card. Why? Because I'm able to get points, and it's really good for me to get those points because it gives me travel points. So I'm able to travel for free. Woo-hoo! you see a lot of business people traveling. The reason why they're doing all that traveling, they're not paying for that out of their pocket. They're traveling for free because every one of their business expenses is going on their credit card that allows them to get big points, and it allows them to get points to actually travel. I love the travel. So for me, it's that Platinum American Express card. Plus, it gives me access to the various lounges at the airport. And the lounges at the airport allow you to go into an exclusive club almost where they're willing to serve you, and you're not going to have to sit and wait for your airline with the masses of people. So it's a whole nother level. But when I first started out, I couldn't even get an American Express Platinum card. So I had to start with a secure credit card. And once I showed I could do that for 6 months, then I got myself a regular credit card. But I kept paying over time, on time, and I graduated. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to be able to graduate up to the credit card that you need, and you're going to be able to graduate up by graduating your knowledge up. That is why I want you to like, I want you to comment, and I want you to subscribe so that I can keep you updated on all things business and tax so you can level your knowledge base.